All right, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Hawashai, Kala Yahweh, Kala Yahweh, Bashim Hawashai, Bashim Hawakakadash, double honor to the elder apostle, great mills, woo well, and sincere citation to the oxen that put them the truth, that caught the four corners of the earth, to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashim Hawashai, as a hopeful elect, and who the world inwardly called God, his name Yahweh, and who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, named Hawashai. All right, with the Hebrew Israelite that consists of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And those in line descendants go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel that are scattered among the nations across the four corners of the earth. All right, it's my heart cough, the great millstone, Los Angeles camp, back when the election. All right, I will now rest the Lord willing, be edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Hawashai, Baha Rukakadash, the Holy Spirit. This will be going into the meaning, looking at the word, all right, going into the how Israel is turned to a degenerate plant. All right, wants to basically talk about the 2/3. All right, basically becoming niggas. All right, wild ass niggas. All right, ratchet hoes. All that, all those are a bunch of degenerate. All right, when you look at the word, you gotta find out why. All right, that's Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, which is Israel, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? It's the question mark. All right. Alright, let's go back to 21. Alright, so, like, yo, this is Isaiah 5 and 1. It's the parable of the vineyard. Alright, Isaiah 5 and 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved hath a vineyard and a very fruitful hill. And he fenced it and gathered out the stone thereof and planted it with the choicest vine and built a tower in the midst of it and also made a winepress therein. He looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitant of Jerusalem, and man of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that I should bring forth grapes, but it brought, Okay. When I looked at it should bring forth grape, brought it forth wild grape. And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the head thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. So all the stuff that happened to us, all right, the slavery, all right, basically the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28, okay. And I will lay it waste; it shall not be pruned, nor dig. Like you prune, you making sure that it's growing correctly, all right. So say you have a grape that's getting full, you'll cut that, all right, so it won't fall the branches and whatnot, all right. But there shall come up briar and thorn. I will also command the cloud that the rain no. I will also command the cloud that they rain no rain upon it, right? Because when the briar and thorn come up, it's basically gonna choke out the grape, all right. It could be overrun basically if you're not keeping out the unwanted briars and thorns like the weed and stuff. Then that plant could very well be overtaken, all right. So he basically let like the other nations come in, all right, and have their way with us, all right. He thought even with so-called white man, like what he done to us and also the other nations. Instead, and no rain, and then you don't have if you don't water a plant, it'll literally wither away, all right. Could garden like me, since I've been gardening like last year, like seriously gardening, it give you gotten a more insight of how the parable talking about, all right. You keep the upkeep on your plant, it can literally be destroyed, all right. For the vineyard of the Lord Yahweh shall try to host is the house of Israel. So this is breaking down the parable, all right. And the man of Judah is his pleasant plant, and he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry, all right. So let's go back and look up this word wild grape. All right, the Hebrew word is ba'asham, ba'asham, ba'asham. All right, to pronounce that right. Poison berry, wild grape, right? And you can't eat poison berry, all right? And they grow very wild, which means there's no maintenance, there's no upkeep, all right? Basically, there's no discipline, all right? There's no structure, okay? And that can lead us, right here, it says thinking or worthless thing, wild grape, thinkberry, all right? So that can lead us. Let me go back to Jeremiah 2:21, right? So yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Okay, so now when you look at this word degenerate, all right, first let's get in the bro here brought this out yesterday at camp. It's on the dictionary, all right. Degenerate, having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable, showing evidence of decline, all right. So basically, we have morality. Basically, you're gonna do the right thing, following the law, statute, commandment, but if they're showing evidence of decline, all right, because 2 Thessalonians said it has to be a falling away first. So we fell away from our heritage, All right, from following the law, statutes, commandment, calling the name of Yahweh Shai, and worshiping our true power. Okay, they're lacking some property, right? Because we lost Israel, the land of Israel. All right, it took the day how we were not going to see the land no more. Order or distinctness of structure previously or usually present. And what was the structure? All right. Back then, you had the priesthood. All right, tribe of Levi was kept, and there was a mediator for Israel and God. All right, and then you had the law, that commandment, all those things with the structure there in place. But guess what? The nation started committing wickedness and iniquity, and guess what? Now we're in a predicament that we had went through. All right, now the elect are coming back. All right, and they're the one that's following the structure. All right, what does the scripture say? Seek the old path. Jeremiah 6:16, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, stand ye in the way, and see and ask for the old path, where is the good way, and walk therein, with the law, that commandment, following after Yahweh Shai, and ye shall find rest for your soul. All right, because this give you rest. All right, give you comfort. But they said we will not walk therein. The children of Israel, all right, 2/3 don't want to walk in it. So that's why they're a bunch of degenerate, because they're not following the structure that's in place. Okay? It said, also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet, but it said we will not hearken. Therefore hear ye nations, and know, O congregations, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon the people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my word, nor to my law, but rejected it. To what purpose cometh there to me instant from Sheba, and the street came from a far country? All right, your burnt offerings are not acceptable, your sacrifices sweet unto me. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will lay stumbling block before this people, and the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them. The neighbor and his friends shall perish. All right. So due to us not following the law, statutes, commandments, he allowed the enemy. All right. He allowed Israel to fall. All right, and that's what we're reading in Isaiah 5, how he basically took down their hedge of protection. All right, and let the enemy come in. All right, basically stop pruning the plant and let the briars and the what was the other part, the briars and the other stuff grow. All right, let's go back to the definition. An immoral or corrupt person. All right, because your mind, your spirit is corrupted. All right, because basically when you sin, you are basically you are turned against the Lord. All right, decline or deteriorate physically, mentally, or morally, and just like and keep in mind with that word deteriorate, because you'll see it again with looking up in the blue letter. All right, just like a plant, when the fruit starts to deteriorate, all right, which means there's no life in that plant no more. It's starting to die. All right, it started to die off. It's a lot of definitions, all basically talking about what's happened to the children of Israel. All right, this is the Edom Online. All right, degenerate, added to the late 15th century, having lost or suffered impairment to the equality, proper to the race or kind. Let's see that. To be inferior to one ancestor. Look at this word inferior for edification. Alright, lower in rank, status, or quality. Low or lower in position. Alright, because we fell away from what the forefather was doing. And that's why I brought out Jeremiah 6 and 16. Seek the old path, because that was the way to do it. Alright, to follow the law, statutes, commandment. Alright. That's to become unlike one race or kind, right? Because when you're a wild grape, you're not a grape no more. But you're a degenerate, you're not keeping the generation going. Alright? Why? Because you're going to find out the word day. We're going to break it down. Alright, use the physical as well as moral qualities. That's what we're in the definition as well. From phrase day, generate, from day off, away, from, or also step down. Alright? Birth, descent, gene. Alright? So basically, you are away from your, basically from your what your forefather have been doing. Alright, because generate is a cycle. Now, once you start to stop following that cycle, what the forefather was doing, now you started to basically go away from what the forefather was doing. Alright, now there's a decline. Alright, there's no progress in the furthering of the nation of Israel. Alright. Alright. So let's go to the blue letter. We're gonna look it up. It's here, my degenerate plant. Alright. The Hebrew word for degenerate is the war. Alright, degenerate. So we look that up. It's that turn off. Alright, and that's basically to turn off what? The cycle of because the scriptures say how you're reading like in Leviticus and Deuteronomy and Numbers, it'll go into these laws, and if they like keep on to generation to generation, alright, or the generation forever. So you're supposed to continue, alright, the cycle of keeping the law, alright, from your children to your grandchildren, and then they keep furthering, alright, the following the law that commands to their kids and kids, alright. But once you stop it, you're turning off that progression of keeping the law, alright. And then you got the word deteriorated, alright. We came across that word, alright, and down here in the dictionary, alright, deteriorate. Where's that at? Right here, they decline or deteriorate physically, mentally, or morally. And it's just like a grape, all right, that's dying. It's deteriorating, all right. Life is being sucked out of it, all right. That's why we read in Isaiah 5, how that he'll stop the rain from raining upon it, all right. The water is the source of life for the plant. Same thing with the children of Israel. That's why now we got the Yahushua to believe on, because he's the living water now. Alright? Just that he that cometh unto me shall never thirst again. Alright? Because he's the living water. Alright? And that's why we've been, those that coming back into the truth, coming back into the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, Lord, when we are the elect, we are being hydrated. Alright? By the living water that Yahushua has given us. Okay? That's why you read in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, it said how he cut a cluster of grape All right, which are the elect. So right now we're talking about these degenerates. All right, with these niggas. All right. So, and what do you do with a plant that's dying? You eventually you're gonna just dig it out and you're gonna burn it up. All right, and that's what likening to these 2/3. All right, they could be a stubble. All right, they make it to the fire. They make it to the nuclear to the ultimate judgment. All right, which is the ITB missiles and the lake of fire. They gonna be a stubble. All right, it's gonna be like the degenerate plant. All right, deteriorating grape. All right, getting tossed into the fire. All right, it's like you have these wildfire, and a lot of these bushfire give fuel to these fire. Why? Because they're dried up. All right, they're dried up, especially out here in California. All right, after the springtime, during the summertime, the sun, the heat dry them out. All right, they're all brown and dried up, and then when the fire comes, it's just perfect fuel, burn up fast. Hey, that's gonna be how the children, not the children of Israel, but the 2/3 of Israel gonna be like that. All right, like I said in Degenerate, 2 part and they're ain't gonna be burned up. All right, so I just want to go into that. You know, look at the word degenerate. All right, so I hope it was edifying to the film. Probably how I try with that. What they y'all want.